boys and girls, moms and dads, brothers and sisters, cats and dogs. Welcome to the world of strawberry shortcake.
So, Orange Blossom, tell us about yourself.
Well, as you know, my name is Orange Blossom. The Empress got me as a Christmas gift when she was about 7-8, so we are a very old collection. I am Strawberry Shortcake's bestest friend, and we have a secret language. Don't ask about it. It's a secret.
Do you have any questions for me?
You haven't played with me in years. I've either been in a box or on a shelf. Is there a reason you purchased another version of me? Wasn't I good enough?
Oh, Orange, you're the best. I collect black dolls and I wanted to show support for the new collection and this version of you. So I collected Plum Pudding, who I don't own an older version of. I have seen other iterations come out, but the dolls had changed so much that they didn't look unique or black at all. This one looked close enough that I was curious. But sentiment will always make you better.
That's good to hear.
So, Plum Pudding, tell me about yourself.
I started out as a boy, but they switched me to a girl so girls would buy me. Apparently that didn't work because you never got me. However, it seems they couldn't figure out my character at all. How can they sell a character that they can't properly develop? At first I was a smart scientist, but then they dumbed me down and coerced me to take photos and call myself a nerd. I kept my glasses because glasses equals nerd, not bad eyesight. Though apparently the glasses didn't help because they decided I was clumsy, yet somehow a great dancer. That's all I was, the shuck and jive girl. They totally forgot that the owl was also supposed to tie to my smart personality. Once I wasn't a brainy scientist, how did the owl even connect? They didn't think that through, and they felt kids would be too stupid to think about that. And yet smart enough to realize that there was something off about my character. I came with a comb, my pet owl, elderberry, a lunch pail, and some stickers. Oh, and a spare hat. Where'd it go?
New Orange Blossom, I hereby dub thee Mandarin Blossom. So, Mandarin, what do you share in common with the original Orange Blossom? What things are different and what things make you better?
Well, I think I'm a good mix between the 1982 version and the 2016 version. My eyes are not too big and not too small. My hair is curly again, but now I have more rooted hair than the old version. My clothing style is similar to the original version, except it's a one-piece dress. And for some reason my dress has polka dots and not blossoms. Weird. My skin has an orange painted bathing suit, so I'm never truly naked. I'm slightly taller, but most importantly, I have 13 points of articulation. Plum and I can bend at the wrists, elbows, ankles, and knees outside of the standard 5 points of articulation. Also, my legs can splay out sideways. I come with an orange comb, my pet butterfly marmalade the second, a basket of oranges, an orange purse, and stickers.
Let's start off positive. I really appreciate the articulation on these dolls, even though they were a little bit stiff in the elbows. Also, they have way better rooting and more hair than the original dolls under the hat. Overall, I think they are cute dolls, and I will keep these two in my collection. The problem is, familiarity breeds contempt. Now for the part of the commentary where I'll be more negative. So if you don't like to hear negative commentary because it ruins your doll collecting spirit, now is the time to click off. I totally understand, because hearing negative feedback about a doll that I'm excited about collecting, I like to avoid. I don't want to hear anything that invades my world of joy. The little joy I get from collecting dolls that takes me into the world of my imagination. Let's start it off light. The comb is tiny. You can't comb doll's hair with this, especially not the curly doll's hair. As a collector, I am not about to remove the hat. So a spare hat that is not as cute is an unnecessary item. Though it does look cute on my Live doll. The figurine pet is hard and sad. It's this stiff little plastic crap that's not really cute. Well, the butterfly is cute, but not in comparison to the older butterfly. The 1982 version is a soft, squeezable plastic. When you squeezed it, the toy had a scent of whatever the character was that emitted from it. So squeezing marmalade would produce an orange scent. She came with orange scratch and sniff stickers, I believe, and she herself smelled of orange. The scents were a major selling point of the dolls. This is not a feature of these new dolls. The entire sensory output is missing. MIA. Now, let's dig in. In 1979, the creators of Strawberry Shortcake were progressive enough to make Strawberry Shortcake a white girl, best friends with a black girl named Orange Blossom. It's 40 years later, and we've come so far along that the new Orange Blossom could basically pass as a Hispanic girl, since the dolls' faces are generic. There is really not a way to divulge that this doll is supposed to represent black people at this stage. It seems like she's the token colored person in this generic brown skin tone to represent anybody who isn't white, because 90% of the characters are white. It's disappointing to me because Strawberry Shortcake was one of the few shows I grew up with a character that represented little black girls. It's disappointing to me because I collect black dolls and I'm a fan of Strawberry Shortcake. If they wanted a doll to represent this color, they could have come out with Coco Calypso. Or they could have taken one of the 90% and made them into a brown skin girl, like TN Honey. Why is TN Honey white wearing pink? Honestly, this character makes little sense in the world of Strawberry Shortcake that I grew up in. The outfit colors were supposed to be reminiscent of the character's name. So she should have been wearing brown. Actually, I think that was always a huge problem with this doll franchise in the first place. Strawberry Shortcake is the main character, who has an extroverted personality and makes friends very easily. Her best friend is Orange Blossom, who is black. Other than that, the girls are all sweet girls with sweet names represented by sweet food or flowers. Their clothing and hair generally reflective of their name. Outside of that, the only characters that had real motivations and personalities were the adult characters, aka villains. This is why when they brought them back in 2015-ish, they thought it would be no big deal to make all the characters so generic. What it did was put a ginormous spotlight on the fact that these characters as a whole were generic, which is why it was so easy to move past these characters and really not think about them again. They had no individuality, nothing that made each one of them unique on the inside. They had no real storyline. And also, they were not fashion dolls. They were fruit-filled fun girls without any flavor. A harrowing reminder to all doll franchises to focus on your main selling point. I'm looking at you, Mattel. In regards to Barbie, she is a fashion doll. She is nothing without good fashion using good fabric.
If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for playing dolls with me.